What is going on, everybody? I'm back with another video. I'm going to start a mini series called What I Run. And I'm going to go through all the gear. I have updated quite a few things. And I haven't really made a video like this or a series of videos like this. So I'm going to start now just to try to give you some insight. Maybe I can give you some tips or a reason, something you're like, hey, you know, first thing you got to ask yourself is, does that make sense? If it doesn't make sense, don't do it. It doesn't matter who tells you to do it. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't do it. But this is just going to be a small little insight into stuff that I run and the reason that I run it. I've done so much testing on so much different gear and firearms, and what I run, my main guns, my main gear is what works best for me based on the data from these tests. And maybe I'll make a video in the future about the data. So let's start with the Optic. This is a holosun 407C X2. The X2 means that the battery tray is on the side. The difference between the 407 and the 507 is only the reticle. So I have one of each. I like both of them, but I prefer the 407 because it's just the dot and it's a lot less. It's like, I don't know, 2/3 the price instead of, you know, the full thing. But I have a CHWPS plate on there, and I love that thing. It really takes the gaps out and fits this thing snug on the slide. This is a core, a competition optics ready gun. Competition optics ready equipment. I'm sorry. And so since the holosun has the same footprint as a Trijicon RMR, I bought a Trijicon RMR shim, the ones that make it waterproof. And it sits up just a tad higher. So instead of 1/3, it's the bottom, I don't know, 1/5 or whatever of the window. So the co-witnessing, I like my optic sight clear. Moving on, factory barrel. 9 times out of 10, these barrels can outshoot you. If I was ever going to run a compensator or suppressor, I'd probably buy a threaded barrel. Threaded barrels do look cool, but I'm not spending $200 or however much they are for a threaded barrel that I'm never going to use for its intended purpose. Internals, everything is factory except for 2 or 3 pieces from Apex Tactical. We have an empty gun here. And the reason I run those 2 parts is because it removes the take-up. So this is my take-up right here. I'm already on the wall. That's why I run it. And that is the only thing from Apex that I run. I used to run their flat face trigger, but didn't really care for it. Switched to the curve, didn't care for the curve. So I just went back stock. That's just personal preference, you guys. A lot of people have Apex. A lot of people love them. I love the internals. I mean, I'll buy internals for my guns. The internals are awesome, but I like the hinge triggers. Moving up, I have an X300 Ultra Surefire flashlight. This is the A model, which means you have a little spring and you can detach it quickly. I've put thousands of rounds. It's never flown off mysteriously, so I don't worry about that. Surefire obviously is a reputable brand. I'm sure everybody's heard of them. I have a Floyd Magwell, Floyd's custom Magwell, and the only thing with that is you have to buy their base plates, and you can get them on the website. Obviously, you can get 3 of them for it's around $100 or something like that. You can get them laser engraved, whatever you need. I like them. These are the +6s. More ammunition is always good, so I can dig that. But as far as my competition, my training gun, this is it. I have, oh man, thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds for this thing. I lost count after I got about 5,000 or 7,000 rounds. So I don't even count anymore. I don't even care. The thing is still accurate and I love it. So this concludes the first episode. Thank y'all for watching. Have a great day. God bless. I'll see you at the range.